Good evening, everyone. Finally, we are here at the end of a 5-day e-workshop on recent trends in operation and planning of distribution system and microgrids. I request Dr. Karthik Tirumala to welcome the gathering.
Thank you, Ms. Yasma. On behalf of the coordinators of the 5-day e-workshop, I welcome the guests, the valedictory function, Dr. Sikibu, Associate Professor, the Hong Kong Polytechnic University, Dr. V. Shankarnaran, Head of the Department Tripoli, Dr. M. P. Salvan, Dr. P. Raja, Faculty of Art Department, eminent speakers of the workshop, my colleagues and participants. I once again welcome all of you for the valedictory function of this 5-day e-workshop.
Thank you, sir. I request Mr. Jayaprakash to summarize the workshop activities.
Yeah. The 5-day e-workshop started on 4th January 2021, and there were a total of 10 sessions by 9 notable speakers. The topics covered in the past 5 days are renewable energy forecasting and grid integration by Professor Zhao Zhu, architecture of microgrid and smart grid by Dr. M. P. Selvan, stability analysis and operation control of power electronized power systems by Dr. Shikibu, Microgrid Economics and Local Energy Markets by Dr. Vivek Mohan, Intelligent Operation of Modern Power Systems by Dr. Sikibu, Solar PV Potential Estimation for Planning of Renewable Energy Scenario by Dr. Ritham Singh, Wind Power for Distributed Generations by Professor K.K. Shashi, Cyber Physical System Security in Power System Energy Management and SCADA by Professor K. Shantishwarup, System Perspectives on Rechargeable Batteries and Electric Vehicles by Dr. Reshmi Suresh, DC Microgrids, an Overview and Protection by Dr. P. Raja. We are happy to have received 77 registrations from India and 3 registrations from abroad. The participants include 45 Master and PhD scholars, 33 faculty members, and 2 industry personnel. We hope the workshop has disseminated the current challenges and opportunities in planning, operation, and economics of microgrid and active distribution systems. Thank you all.
Thank you, Mr. Jayaprakash. I now request the participants to kindly share your feedback on the workshop. You can unmute your microphone and share the feedback. If nobody is coming forward, we are moving on. Thank you for we will take up all these suggestions through the chat box for the future events. I now request Dr. Sikibu to speak a few words and address the gathering. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Jisma. Can you all hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, yeah, thank you. So good afternoon, everyone. I would like to take this opportunity to give my thanks and a big congratulations to the organizer of this 5-day e-workshop, the Department of Electrical and Electronics Engineering, NIT Trichy. My thanks especially go to Dr. Mohan, Dr. Thirimana, Professor Sakarananan, and Professor Thomas. As the international PI of this Spark project, and on behalf of the workshop co-organizer Hong Kong Polytechnic University, I would like to also thank all the speakers who contribute to this e-workshop in the past 5 days. Without your support and big efforts, the workshop would not be such a popular and a successful one. In the past five days, I attended most sessions. The workshop is very comprehensive in terms of scope and topics, such as renewable energy integration, smart grid technologies, energy economics and market, cyber physical system and cyber security, energy storage and electric vehicles, and protection, etc. The presentation targets to benefit the audience with different background as surveyed by Dr. Raja just now, and try to cover both fundamental knowledge and cutting-edge technologies. The discussions and interaction during and after each session are very effective and impressive to me. I hope all the attendees enjoy the workshop and take something useful home. Also hope that some potential collaborations can start from here. So personally, I got to know the profile of Indian power industry much better through this workshop, which has laid a good foundation for future collaborations, I believe. So congratulations again. It is a great honor and pleasure to meet you all here. Please take good care in this tough period. Keep in touch and all the best. Thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir, for the delightful address. I now request Dr. P. Raja to speak a few words and address the gathering and give your feedback. Over to you, sir.
Yeah, thank you for the invite, and surely I will take very few words because you heard from me a lot from the, since 2:30. And see, actually it is a really wonderful and well-coordinated workshop, and we could see a lot of interactions happening with the participants. I could see the questions are not just placed. The questions are really, very impressive. If you are not following the speaker, you may not ask that question. It is very difficult to ask question actually. So I almost, come here and there in all the sessions. In all the sessions, there were a lot of good questions posed by the participants. So first I should thank all the participants to make us to be more like more interactive, made us to interactive, because I happened to be the last speaker. I could see the strength of the participants. So I prepared to some extent, little extra also to meet all you people. Then coming to the coordination, the organization of the topics also really well organized, and you could see the speakers, and they're all something like they really contributed into the topic. So very authenticatedly they presented what they have done. So that would have made the participants to go further on, what is possible, what not possible. And moreover, the time management, I could see very well from each expert, they planned very well. Most of the time I fail in doing that, but majority of the speaker, they clearly did that. And I should thank the faculty, Sibu. They actually started the session more technically intense way. That is actually one best part of this particular workshop. So I should thank the coordinator from the other principal investigator from the other country. We really thank on behalf of NIT Trichy, and I finally thank the coordinators and the research scholars. Every time we can hear two voices, they really made the timing also very perfectly. So we should congratulate and thank the coordinators. And one best point is that whatever you listened as participants, whatever we listened, it may not be like immediately understandable, because we are telling everything in 2 hours or 1.5 hours. Probably the key words you should carry and look forward, where you can work, where you can improve on. So with that, the workshop has opened with very light note, like very introductive, very powerful introduction. And then it has started growing out to the research level. So it is well organized, And I congratulate both the coordinators as well as the participants. Keep in touch with us, and you may expect similar workshops from the other faculty members of Electrical Department, NIT Trichy. And thank you once again for the opportunity.
Thank you, sir, for your kind words. I now request Dr. Vivek Mohan to deliver the vote of thanks.
Thank you, Ms. Jisma. Respected guests of the event, Dr. Boo, Dr. P. Raja, Dr. M.P. Selvan, and our most valued invited speakers, faculty, colleagues, and participants. Good evening. As a coordinator of this workshop, it's my privilege to deliver the vote of thanks. First of all, we would like to thank the project initiative SPARK under the Ministry of Education for sponsoring the 5-day e-workshop. Thanks are due to Dr. Boo, Professor Zhu, and Professor Minishaji Thomas, who are the co-investigators of this project. I would like to take this opportunity to record our hearty thanks to Dr. S. Muthukumaran, Dean Research and Consultancy, Professor V. Shankaranarayanan, Head of the Department, for their extended support. I would also thank all the speakers who have accepted our invitation and delivered informative sessions inclined to the theme of the workshop. Many of the speakers even attended most of the sessions. Special thanks to them. Last but not the least, I extend a hearty vote of thanks to the participants for your interest in our e-workshop and joining us for these 5 days. We hope the sessions were informative and useful for your further research. Once again, we thank you all for being with us. Thank you.
I request the guests, speakers, and participants to turn on your camera if you are comfortable. We will take one snapshot with all the smiling faces. Thank you. Thank you so much. The anonymous feedback form on the workshop will be shared to all the participants by email and WhatsApp. Also, the e-certificate